Group 4 project. It's a mandatory collaborative activity. What does it entail? What's in store for you today is what this video is all about. So let's have a look. Group 4 project, it's an interdisciplinary activity in which all diploma program students must participate. The intention is that students from different Group 4 subjects analyze a common topic or problem. The exercise should be a collaborative one, where the emphasis is very much on the process involved, and the focus is not on what marks you would get or what product you would produce. Although we want you guys to aspire to be working efficiently and to do a very good Group 4 project where you do provide a good product, it's really all about the process of collaboration. And students from all of our science subjects are put into different groups, including chemistry, design technology, environmental systems and societies, computer science, physics, and biology. The task for you guys is going to be to work with this equipment that you see here in this picture to understand what is a colorimeter. What can you use a colorimeter for? Then how can you possibly build one? You will have to understand how it works, of course, before you can build it. We'll provide you with some resources and some guidance to help you with that process. Then you'll calibrate the colorimeter. If you're not sure what that is, we'll give you some support with that. Then you will apply the colorimeter that you build to carry out some meaningful investigation. And if it's just to find out how blue Gatorade is or how orange Gatorade is, it could be that. Or you could apply it to some more in-depth investigation. The whole thing could be very much enjoyable and fun, in keeping with one of our CIS core values of joy. We want this Group 4 day to be an enjoyable experience for you guys as you collaborate. And then when you work and you collaborate and you produce your product, it's going to be presented to parents and to teachers of other subjects and to CIS administrators on a different day that we'll designate for the presentation. Do tell your counselor to come. Do tell your other subject teachers who you might be approaching to write letters for you next year to come and see you collaborate and work efficiently in the Group 4 project. The experience is something that you could choose to write about in your personal statements, or certainly include in your brag sheet as you approach your various subject teachers to write letters on your behalf in IB2. So please collaborate, learn, reflect, and enjoy. It's all about this collaborative process, this Group 4, and all science subjects are integrated in the process. The theory of colorimetry is based on physics. It's got applications in chemistry and biology, and in ESS, of course. You'll be designing something, so that's also part of design technology. When you're done designing and you collect your data, you might need an algorithm to convert voltages to absorbances and transmittances and things like that, and it would help if you have a spreadsheet. So there's also computer science. There's definitely some integration in this Group 4 project of all of our science disciplines. But Group 4 is not really meant to have distinct components of all the subjects. It's really about you collaborating and displaying some of these 21st century skills like communication, creativity, collaboration, growth mindset, and critical thinking. As you carry out the Group 4 project, one important aim is to become critically aware as global citizens of ethical implications of science and technology. And we certainly don't want you to be fabricating and falsifying data or plagiarizing any data from any place on the internet. Do build your colorimeter, do calibrate it, and be honest about your findings. Aim 10 from the IB subject guide says that you're going to develop an understanding of the relationships between scientific disciplines and their influence on other areas of knowledge. And as you work with a colorimeter, of course, you find that you'll have to be making inevitable connections with mathematics. Of course, connections between math and science are very obvious. But you'll be designing something, you'll be creating a product also, and there's some creativity and artistic aspect to that as well. Of course, the whole point of extracting pigments and understanding about the color of pigments is very much connected to the arts itself, where artists would get their paints from various natural pigments in the environment. And of course, in the social sciences, you might wonder why people have a special attraction for certain colors. And does that have anything to do with their gender, or does it have anything to do with their age? As you work with these various colors, all of that is just some connections between your research today, your work today, and some other areas of knowledge. To help you carry out the Group 4 project, we have got some resources like this paper, which we are going to be sharing a link to for you, where you are going to be making your colorimeter using LEDs and Lego bricks, and all of the details will be coming to you in this research paper, in this video on the do-it-yourself colorimeter, and in this paper also here about the homemade colorimeter. So your first task is going to be to get together with your team and start figuring out what is this colorimetry all about. Build your colorimeter, calibrate it, test it, and then use it in some useful way. When the whole thing is finished, you will have to produce a reflection. Each teacher might ask you to post your reflection in a slightly different way for that particular course. IB's requirement is a 50-word reflection, which is pretty short. So your teacher might choose to ask you to reflect on how you demonstrated the CIS core values today, like respect, integrity, caring, inspiration, and joy. And these are the references, a lot of which I'll be sharing links to with all of you. And if you have any questions, do get in touch with the subject teachers assigned to your room, and the lab technicians will be around to give you guys support as you first brainstorm and find out how the colorimeter works. Then lots of trial and error and building and following the video. You get it to work, you calibrate it, you plan an experiment, and you enjoy the collaborative process of building and applying a colorimeter.